From the NMSU Department of Journalism and Media Studies in collaboration with KRWG, this is the student-produced News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to a new semester of News 22. I'm Ruby Mendoza.
And I'm Heba Hamedi. New Mexico State University police want your help in finding the person who committed assault on campus Sunday night. The victim says he was approached by an acquaintance and another male in Lot 27. The victim entered into his vehicle to obtain items for the acquaintance, and about 20 to 30 seconds later, he heard 2 to 3 gunshots. The following morning, he found one bullet hole to the rear of the vehicle. Police have not released a description of the suspect at this time and do not believe that there is an ongoing threat. If you have information, call NMSU Police at 575-646-3311. The Las Cruces Police Department is investigating a shooting that occurred Sunday evening and left a man in critical condition.
Officers responded to reports of a shooting about 10:40 p.m. on the 600 block of West Picacho Avenue. They discovered a man in his mid-20s who had been shot at least once. The victim was transported to University Medical Center of El Paso, where he remains in critical condition. The names of the victim and the suspect were not released. Anyone with information related to the shooting is urged to contact Las Cruces Police. The week of February 10th marks 2 grim anniversaries in Las Cruces.
That's right, Ruby. February 10th was the 35th anniversary of the bowling alley massacre, in which 2 gunmen killed 5 people and stole less than $5,000 before setting the alley on fire. The perpetrator was never found. February 11th marks the 1st anniversary of the killing of Las Cruces police officer Jonah Hernandez. Hernandez was stabbed to death while responding to a trespassing call. He was the first Las Cruces police officer killed in the line of duty in department history. Ruby, that wind has been brutal lately.
Yes, it has. It's been very bad.
Absolutely. Sam, what can you tell us about that weather?
I absolutely agree that that wind has been brutal. Right now, the temperature is 63 degrees. Those winds are moving west to southwest at 20 miles per hour, but the gusts are getting up to 40 degrees. The humidity is at 14% and the dew point is at 18 degrees. The barometer is at 29.47 inches. Today we had a high of 70 degrees, an average of just above the average of 63 and a low of 40. In 2017, we had a record high of 80 degrees and a record low of 18 degrees in 2009. No need to expect any rain today, leaving that yearly rainfall at just 0.05 inches. That's all I have for your current conditions. I'll take it back to the desk for more news.
Thank you, Sam. Authorities say a Customs and Border Protection agent is in custody following alleged involvement in human and drug smuggling. Officer Manuel Perez has been in custody since Saturday. The FBI is investigating his case. He is facing trafficking and conspiracy charges and also faces up to 10 years in prison. He is the 2nd officer to be arrested from the Paseo del Norte bridge in the last 4 months.
The U.S. Department of Labor says fewer people in New Mexico have applied for unemployment benefits. New jobless claims in New Mexico fell to 758 in the week ending February 1st, down from 770 the week before, the Labor Department said. At the same time, U.S. unemployment claims rose to 219,000 last week, up 11,000 claims from 208,000 the week before. And stay tuned, Samantha Dates will be back with your national forecast.
On Call the Midwife.
The exams are tomorrow. Tonight is for rest or revision.
There are 2 very young children in the church. They've been abandoned.
We need the police here, urgently.
Can you hear me? What's your name?
I am exhausted. I ain't got a fight left in me.
I wish I could turn back time.
To what end?
I'm just sorry we've all paid such a high price.
Thursday at 9 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
On Secrets of the Dead, a moment of chaos in ancient Egypt.
The fact that the pyramid was robbed means the government was losing control.
Was the empire threatened by violence?
All the evidence points to the fact that these were soldiers.
Or were they victims of something far bigger?
If anything goes wrong with the Nile, then it would be famine and chaos.
Egypt's darkest hour on Secrets of the Dead.
Wednesday at 9 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Tuesday,
where news matters.
And if you visit O'Donnell Hall on the NMSU campus, you'll see some brand new art. Murals that celebrate the heritage of the Southwest. The murals were unveiled on January 21st, which was National Day of Racial Healing. Many gathered to celebrate their culture.
To understand that learning doesn't only come from reading books. It comes from all kinds of texts, which is art, music.
The hope is the murals will give students a new perspective and open their eyes to the beauty of the region.
Sam is next with your national forecast.
Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and take a look at the live look camera that's set up outside of Milton right now. As you can see, it's a little bit dark outside, but even just an hour ago, even a half hour ago, you could see dust blowing all the way across the city. Some pretty gnarly conditions, actually. There's actually been red flag warnings across the state of New Mexico because these high winds and the dry temperature, or the dry weather, is bringing sort of a perfect storm for fire. So make sure to practice some fire safety this week. Now let's look at some of these national maps. All right, so starting off with the national forecast for tomorrow, let's look at what's going on in some of the major cities across the U.S. Starting off with Los Angeles tomorrow at 53 degrees and raining. A little further up in San Francisco, 56 degrees and cloudy tomorrow. And as we move up the Pacific coast, in Seattle, 43 degrees and sunny. Now moving into Denver tomorrow at 15 degrees and cloudy. And as you can see in the eastern part of the country, we're seeing a lot of clouds, even some rain, even some snow. And I can tell you a little bit more about that in my next map. So this week, we're seeing a winter storm move into the Midwest, the Great Lakes, the Northeast, and the Central Plains. Starting tonight and going into Thursday, the National Weather Service has issued multiple winter storm warnings, especially in these areas where they're expected to see some really harsh conditions and ice. Now, this storm, which has been named Ileana, is expected to impact more than 20 states across the U.S. The storm is rolling in tonight and is expected to finish up by Thursday. Now, moving on to my next map, I'm sorry if you got used to the warmer temperatures this week because what we call the full spring is now ending. Cold temperatures are bringing a lot of cold air and negative temperatures, especially here in the north. That's all I have for your national forecast, but I'll be back with your local temperatures after the break.
Warming hearts with pie, right?
Cheers to that.
Hop, and then we run, run, run together. Okay, that's not too bad. Hi. Hi. Hi, buddy.
All that and more on Finding Festivals.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Thank you.
Cheers.
Sunday at 10 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
Across the waves of grain and the fruited plains, the food traditions that shaped this nation.
This really is a labor of love.
Are being preserved.
Such an important story in one bowl.
And rediscovered. On America the Bountiful.
Monday at 2 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of our local temperatures. Starting off with Farmington, 46 degrees. In Santa Fe, 43 degrees right now. In Albuquerque, 52. In Clovis, 36. Socorro, 57 degrees right now. In Ruidoso, 49 degrees right now. In Roswell, 59. In Deming, 60. And finishing off in Las Cruces, 63 degrees right now. Tomorrow in Farmington, you can expect 41 degrees, and in Santa Fe as well. In Albuquerque tomorrow, pretty chilly at 51 degrees. In Socorro, 54. In Roswell, 63. In Deming, 60 degrees tomorrow, and in Las Cruces tomorrow, 58 degrees. In Alamogordo tonight, clear skies with a low of 41. Tomorrow, expect some clouds with a high of 56 degrees. In Truth or Consequences tonight, pretty clear skies with a low of 36, so a little bit chilly. Tomorrow, a high of 57 degrees and partly cloudy. In Silver City tonight, expect winds tonight and tomorrow. The low for tonight, 32 degrees, and the high for tomorrow, 44. Now, finishing off with Las Cruces tonight, expect some wind. Tomorrow, 58 degrees is going to be the high, and expect some clouds. That's all I have for your local temperatures. Now back to the desk.
Did you catch that game last weekend between NMSU and UTEP? It was brutal, wasn't it?
It was a close call.
Absolutely. Diego Gallegos is next with sports. Diego, what can you tell us?
That's right, guys. It's been a tough, long stretch for the Aggies. The only question on everybody's mind is, can they rebound? You can toss that remote because News22 Sports is next.
It would be easy to describe this show as a show about things, but you learn a lot about what we are as people.
I love the road show. I've been wanting to come to the road show for years, and I got the opportunity to be here today, and I wasn't going to miss it for anything.
Across the country, at every stop we make, people make Antiques Roadshow possible.
It's not about the money. I think it's about the story. You know, we have things in our homes and they bring back memories for us.
And we know that Antiques Roadshow will find the interests and the history and the knowledge that we want preserved.
It's a wonderful experience, it really is, because you're not a number or an object, you are part of this roadshow family.
Call, text, or go online to give to this PBS station now.
This is KRWG-TV News22 Sports.
For the win! He got it!
And welcome back. I'm Diego Gallegos, and let's talk sports. And the New Mexico State men's basketball team is looking to rebound after a tough loss to the UTEP Miners. The Pan American Center packed the house with 8,500 people, and what they got was pretty disappointing. The Aggies couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as they shot an abysmal 23% from three that would put them in an early hole. With 13 points from Emmanuel Shimanga, the Aggies tried their best to keep it close. It came down to one final shot with 8 seconds left where senior guard Christian Cook put up a three and hit front iron. Next stop for the Aggies is a date with the Liberty Flames at home on Thursday. The New Mexico State football team introduced their new recruiting class last week. The story of the Aggies last year was poor quarterback play, but on Wednesday, head coach Tony Sanchez was excited for the future with the signing of senior Logan Fife. Fife threw for 1,900 yards and 14 touchdowns, ranking 33rd in the FCS for completion percentage for the Montana Grizzlies last season.
You know, we needed to make a change there, and we needed to get someone who was a veteran, who'd done it, who'd been experienced, someone who'd been productive in the run game, you know, with quarterbacks.
NMSU's quarterback class will make its debut August 30th at home against the Bryant Bulldogs. And a major milestone has been reached as Mayfield girls basketball coach George Maya collected his 600th win over the Las Cruces Bulldogs last Friday. Behind a combined 27 points from senior guards Lorena Villarreal and Jaslyn Ruiz, the Trojans were able to outlast Las Cruces and secure a career moment for their longtime coach. Maya has led the Trojans since 1997, and during his time, he has won 21 district championships and 3 state titles, with the most recent one coming in 2011. Maya was also an inductee into the 2020 High School Coaches Association Hall of Honor. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on News22, Samantha will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
It's that time of year again. Lawmakers from around New Mexico are convening in Santa Fe, debating the issues facing our state. Hi, I'm Johnny Coker, host of Your Legislators Season 19, where I'll be interviewing lawmakers about their work in our state's capital during the legislative session. Join me as we delve into decisions shaping our communities. Tune into Your Legislators on KRWG Public Media or on demand anytime at krwg.org.
When you put voices together, there's an energy in the air.
Keeping Black traditions alive, it's so important.
The story was meant to be told.
This feels so good.
Black people can also have those stories too.
All this and more, now streaming on the PBS app.
All right, now let's take a look at our top stories.
This week falls on the dates of two very important anniversaries, the death of Officer Jonah Hernandez and the bowling alley massacre of 1990, leaving 5 dead. And there's some brand new art in O'Donnell Hall on the NMSU campus. The artists hope to give students a new perspective and open their eyes to the beauty of the region.
Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Expect a whole lot of wind this week with the highs in the high 50s ranging to the low 70s and the lows in the mid 30s ranging to the mid 40s. That's all I've got for your 5-day.
And that's all for News 22 Tuesday from myself and the rest of the team. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Tune in tomorrow night for more news, but don't go anywhere because Noticias 22 in Español is up next with Carmina Conde. I'm Heba Hamedi.
And I'm Ruby Mendoza. Good night.
This news brief en español is brought to you by Noticias 22, la información más completa de Nuevo México, El Paso y la frontera. Noticias 22.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Carmina Conde y estas son las breves de hoy con Noticias 22. La policía de la Universidad Estatal de Nuevo México está investigando un incidente involucrado balas perdidas. El sábado por la noche, la víctima reportó que fue enfrentado por una persona conocida y otro hombre en los estacionamientos cerca de las residencias Piñón y García. La víctima ingresó a su vehículo para obtener artículos para el conocido y después escuchó 2 o 3 disparos, pero no logró identificar quién habría disparado. A la mañana siguiente, la víctima encontró su vehículo con un impacto de bala en la parte trasera. Hasta el momento, la policía no ha dado a conocer una descripción del sospechoso y solicitan a cualquier persona que tenga información que se comunique al 575-646-3311. Un ex policía de Las Cruces está enfrentando cargos después de una confrontación que terminó en la muerte de una mujer de 36 años. El incidente ocurrió en agosto del 2022 en una gasolinera cerca de la avenida Universidad de Las Cruces, cuando Brad Lunsford disparó en contra de Presley East después de que el oficial pensara que había un intento de robo. Gracias a testimonios de 2 personas que trabajan en la gasolinera y la ayuda de 2 investigadores, el Departamento de Policía concluyó que van a dejar la investigación del caso para tener un juicio, el cual empezó ayer por la mañana. Nosotros les mantendremos informados de las actualizaciones del caso. Y eso ha sido todo por hoy. Síganos en nuestras redes sociales y nos vemos mañana. Buenas noches.